Hello from the farthest reaches of space in another mirror universe where Facebook chat actually works. Hello, everybody. I'm Peter Vaughn from Cardboard Alchemy, and we are live on Friday. Or if you're watching this another day, we're live on that day, whatever that day is. Well, actually, we're not live on that day. We're broadcasting that day. Let's see if we have anyone who joins us for this chat. This is a bit of an experimental series where I just want to set up a conversation about what it takes to make a board game, because I think it's kind of fun and I love to explore that stuff. And if it helps anybody else understand about the games that they want to bring to their tabletop, hey, it's Ghost. So it's working. Thank you very much, Manny, for coming in and joining us. Thank you for joining our other campaigns too. Cardboard Alchemy has had three well, actually, I'd say we have had three successful crowdfunding campaigns. One of them was not for a game; it was just a hello, welcome campaign. But we are on our third campaign, which is going to launch in 11 days. That is Andromedas Edge, which is what I'm here to talk about today. Every one of these videos, I am focusing on a topic of board game making. And then I'm doing some questions and answers. If you catch one of these videos at a later time and you have a question for me, please do post it and let us know what it is. I will answer it on another feed because I love chatting about board games. I love making board games, playing board games, and talking about board games. It's a bit of a stressful time right now because we're prepping a campaign, but other than that, it's a wonderful time to do board games. And thank you, Ghost, for being there for all of our campaigns. That's really nice. The format of these videos, by the way, is that I am hosting a Friday conversation on Facebook. Short, quick, do a topic, ask some questions. Then we're going to move over to Discord, where Cardboard Alchemy has a booming community, and we have a lot of fun over on Discord, and we're going to do more of an open chat just to have fun for the weekend. And then I will take these broadcasts and I will put them on our YouTube, so that if this is not the right hour of the day for you, and totally understand, you also can get that same info about our games and about anything you want to know about board games. So yeah, ask questions away. But I'm going to start with the topic that I want to talk about today, so that people can come in and check out. I mean, what I really want to show today is that sometimes, well, this is about the boxes for Andromeda's Edge. And sometimes you get fun things in the mail, and I got something fun in the mail that I want to show. Oh, that's nice. Manny's saying it's a pleasure to be part of our campaigns. I really appreciate that. We are doing these campaigns mostly. There's a lot of different ways you could publish games. For example, a lot of my friends are in the board game industry, and they just release games right to the shelf. Which sometimes I look at that and go, that sounds like a lovely way to go. Jamie Stegmaier has this great blog about it where he talks about it's like baking cookies or baking something in the oven. Crowdfunding is like stirring up the batter and asking everybody to taste it, and then cooking more things, hearing ideas, maybe doing different ingredients, then sticking it in the oven while everyone's watching you stick it in the oven, and then letting it bake, which takes like a year or 2 years for these cookies to come out. Meanwhile, everyone's like, where's my cookies? Or put this in there, or I totally won't eat that cookie, but if you put that in there, then I will eat it. It's a very fun time, though, because you're getting to cook with, Flamecraft, we had 30,000 people, so it's amazing, right? So it's awesome, and at the same time, I do sometimes envy the let me just make some cookies and sell them right away. They're like, here you go, this is the cookie, you can't change it. It's the thing. But I love the community. I love the let's do this together. Let's make a game. And that's what we did with Mission Catastrophe, and that's what we did with Flamecraft, and that is what we are going to do with Andromeda's Edge. Now, I do have a question here from Brady saying, I missed the Flamecraft campaign. Sorry to hear that, Brady. And I'm curious if it will be available. I heard rumors of a second edition. Now, Flamecraft, just a little aside on Flamecraft. Flamecraft is not going anywhere. We're going to make a dragon game probably every other game now, because the Artisan Dragons have spoken. I mean, we're talking, there's so much charm, there's so much world to explore. So one of the things we did at the very end of the Flamecraft campaign is we showed a picture of those dragons going on an adventure. And that is what we're going to do next. We're going to make a standalone Flamecraft game that is not in town, that is an adventure, which I can't talk about yet, but it's going to be that. And since I know some people did miss the deluxe Flamecraft 1, we did say that the deluxe edition wasn't going to exist in that form ever again, but we are aware that some pieces of toast or some new poses or new minis or new coins or something would be fun. So we are looking into making new deluxe pieces, letting Lucky Duck still sell the standard game and get that all over the world. In fact, I announced in our last stream there are 23 languages now for Flamecraft. And then I expect that we'll do promos for Flamecraft, and as we run into the next campaign, we'll probably start to wrap some of those promos and other things into the next campaign. So if you missed Flamecraft, do not worry, there is more Flamecraft coming. There's a lot of Flamecraft coming. But we'll get there. And there's even the Artisan Dragons going to space. I also showed in our last stream, Sandara, the artist from Flamecraft, has done a guest two factions in Andromedas Edge, where you can play big space wyverns, and you can also play the Artisan Dragons in space. But today we're not here to talk about that. Today we are talking about, let's go straight to Andromedas Edge. And Andromedas Edge, what I want to reveal in today's topic is I want to talk about the additions that we're going to have on the page. This is the first time you're seeing this. Of course, in 11 days, you'll be able to comb through the page and look at all of this stuff. But what I want to talk about first is this box right here. This is now everything I'm showing you is prototype. That's how we roll over here. This is not final. This is not produced in China. This is produced by Print and Play Productions, which helps us make all our prototypes. This box is roughly the retail edition of Andromedas Edge. It'll have a lot more fun things. It'll have a Lucky Duck logo on it, and it'll also have any publisher who decides to join us and print this all over the world. We are hoping to have a French and a German and a Spanish and Italian and Chinese and Korean, and I'm living out tons of countries here, but you know what I mean. This is the retail box. Now, you notice this size, I don't know if it'll be this thin. This is like Beyond the Sun. If anyone's ever played Beyond the Sun, this is about what Beyond the Sun is. It is a compact edition when you compare this to Dwellings of Eldervale, which I'm going to do a lot because this is Luke Laurie's game. He's designing it with Maximus Laurie, his son. And Luke designed Dwellings of Eldervale, among many other titles. And we stuck the standard edition, the retail edition, inside a giant box for that game. But we have learned that that is not compact for a lot of countries. That is not ideal for folks that want let me just get the game. Let me just have the mechanics, the mechanisms, and I want all the player powers, I want all the content, but I don't need it to be this giant thing that I have to lug on my back to game night or whatever. I don't have the size. I don't have dwellings. I actually do have dwellings nearby. Hold on a second. In case you didn't see dwellings, hold on. Oh. Dwellings of Eldervale is massive. I mean, this thing is huge. This is actually the standard edition. So that's what I'm talking about. I want to talk about box size for a second. This is the standard edition. Now, the way that we do that is that this when I was working at Breaking Games and everybody on the campaign wanted the standard edition in the same box. I'm not kidding. It was not me that did this. Everyone said, we want one box. And so I set about doing what everyone asked for. So then we did one box. But, it's got spacers in here for all of the content that is missing. For better or worse, right? I mean, it's awesome that they're all in one box, and it's a very impressive box, and we got to keep the same. See, there's advantages in publication because you usually get to keep the same cover. You don't have to remake a cover, although we did. There is another cover to this box, which was special. Oh man, that game is big. But I had fun making that game, and I'm also going to have fun making this game. And of course, not everybody wants the standard edition. Some people are very excited for the extra cover, right? And very excited for the extra box. And I'm also excited for the extra box. And Brad Brooks is also excited for the extra box. And all of us here at Cardboard Alchemy, we like to deluxify things. I mean, it's nice to have a game where it's just mechanisms, but it's also nice to be ridiculous. And so, and this is the first time I'm showing this, but this is Andromeda's Edge, the deluxe edition box. It's also big. It's right now it's empty, so it's very light. But it is it's big. It's like Dwelling's big. I mean, it's not quite Dwelling's big because we learned a lesson on Dwellings, which is that Dwelling sticks out of a calyx shelf, and we're not going to do that again. But this baby is got and this is a prototype, right? It was very nice to get this prototype in time. It's got spot UV going on, and Sergio, I can't really show it because it's not going to show up right. But Sergio Chavez has done an amazing job making this feel fancy. Like this is a fancy looking. There's a really cool deluxe feel to this box. So I'm very pleased to say that this is going to be the box for the non-retail edition. So if you back and you want to go get all the stuff, and when I say all the stuff, I mean Game Trayz and minis and metal coins and all the upgraded. I mean, it's a lot of stuff in here. But we do realize that there are, I mean, some people are like, no, I just want the game. And that's fine. And we have both. That's the thing. We have both. So you can either get all the content packed as tight as we can make it, or you can get all the content blinged as much as we can make it. And that is one of the sneak peeks I wanted to show today. And we'll talk about in future conversations. Anybody has any questions about these two versions? On the page, they are going to be shown as the standard edition and the deluxe edition. We had names for them. Like we were going to call the deluxe one Exotic Matter, but then it looked confusing just to like, so we're just going to call it deluxe edition and standard edition. This is a fun game you play when you crowdfund, which is getting creative with the levels of the things, and you're just like, you know what? I'm going to make it super clear. On the left side, you're going to see standard edition, and you're going to see all the stuff that comes in the standard edition. Then you're going to see deluxe edition, and you're going to see all the stuff that comes in the deluxe edition, and you can decide if either of those things are for you. I have more to show, actually, though. I'm not done. But I do have a question from Alex. Shipping is a hot topic, but in your opinion and expertise, why is it so expensive to ship Kickstarter and GameFound games to countries such as Mexico, which is across the U.S. border? Actually, I can answer that for you, Alex, which is, first of all, let me just tell you how much of a hot mess shipping is in the Americas, period. Because I have now done several campaigns, and anyone who backed Flamecraft will tell you that that was not the smoothest fulfillment. Now, granted, it was 30,000 backers, and 18,000 of them were in the Americas. That included Mexico. That includes South America. That includes Canada, and that includes America. That includes right next to the warehouse in St. Louis, and somehow packages are taking forever. And so Mexico, here's what happens. When you are shipping the product from China, you have freight to get it anywhere except for China, right? So you got to get it in a freight container to take it to Australia. You have to get it in a freight container to take it to Europe. You have to do a freight container to take it to anywhere in the Americas. You have to do a freight container, possibly. I mean, if there were enough orders in Africa, you'd have to do another freight container. But each freight container costs a ton of money. And each freight container takes a bunch of time. And so when you're talking about all of the Americas coming to one location, you generally pick New York or Los Angeles, or in the case of Mission Catastrophe, we pick Georgia. You come in from one spot. From that moment, You then have to take trucks and rail to get to wherever your warehouse is or your warehouses are. And in the case of Mission Catastrophe, we had to get into Tennessee, and then we had to truck up to Canada. And in the case of Flamecraft, we had to freight into Los Angeles and rail to St. Louis, and then St. Louis shipped to Canada and Mexico. Then, on top of that, you've got a country like Mexico is going to have lots of import fees and lots of restrictions and regulations and paperwork and all sorts of stuff. So what ends up happening is because the container is not going to Mexico, and because there are so many steps to get the container to somewhere and then back to Mexico, and then there's duties and customs and whatnot, there just isn't a good price for Mexico. And we are working on that. In fact, we actually have made a lot of, I can't reveal anything yet because we're still finalizing, but we have a really interesting conversation happening right now about Mexico fulfillment for Andromedas Edge, because we're not satisfied with how much it costs to ship to Mexico. And I hope you understand that we're going to keep fighting the shipping fight for every single one of the interested countries. A lot of people ask us, hey, I just got messages on the page, are you going to put up South Africa again on Andromeda's Edge? And to be honest with you, I'm scared to. The shipping is just so bad to South Africa, and it takes 6 months, and I'm like, I don't know if I would pay that. So to me, this is a very fascinating part of it, because we want it to get to everyone. And like another example is very difficult is Brazil. I mean, Brazil, the packages get lost and stolen, and they cost so much. So I have to turn down Brazilian customers over and over on every campaign that I run. I'm like, I'm so sorry, I can't get it to you. We actually decided to do Brazil on Flamecraft, and the only way we made it happen is we found a company in Brazil who we freighted a container to, and that company, they're a publisher, so they were able to handle it, but it was difficult, even difficult arranging that container and separating the inventory, and in the end of the day, and nothing against any of our wonderful backers from Brazil, but there are not a lot of backers in Brazil. So then you do all that work and you say, I don't know if this is worth it, everybody. I'm like, we want to do it, but the volume isn't there. And in this business, volume is everything, right? Because if you ship only 100 things to Australia, that's going to be a lot of money. But if you have, like Flamecraft actually had thousands of things for Australia, and now we're talking about the numbers start to work out, and you're like, oh, I can actually get that there for a good deal for you, for us, for everyone. So I hope that helps. By the way, I went into it a little bit more because I know that this will be recorded on YouTube, and we can use this as a dialogue for some people. Will chime in on Andromeda's Edge and say, how come you're not shipping to my country, and how come this is so expensive? Well, when you talk about Europe too, you have to ship into various hubs, and we ship into one hub. We might start branching into more hubs as we go, but like your distance from that hub is unfortunately the reality of the situation. So that's what affects the prices. So anyway, Mexico, we're trying to improve. Long story short, we actually want to do more to improve our Mexico prices. One country at a time. So let's see. I don't know if I have any other immediate questions right now, so I might ramble more about some other thing that I want to show you. I want to show... Oh, and thanks. Alex does chime back in and says, sounds like music to my ears. Hope that all publishers will find a solution that offers a fair shipping price to Mexico. Fingers crossed. If there's anything that we can do here, retailers and freight forwarders, please let us know, which I think is great. I think it's going to be a team effort of, because that's a whole other topic. I'm not going to make this topic for today, but retailers have a goal to, keep board game margins are tough. And that goes across the whole industry. And then you've got sort of everyone's trying to make this work because we all love games. We all want to share games. And it's this whole process of like, how do I make it so that it works for us, it works for the backer, and it works for the retailer? It's a very tricky puzzle that I've tried multiple times and have varied success or not success multiple times. My very first campaign, and I do like to mention this because this shows you how I am trying to do this, but it doesn't always work, right? I made a campaign called What the Food, which is a food fight to the death. Currently unavailable, but it was re-released as Cafe Chaos, which is fun. But I remember when that came out, I was trying to give retailers the game. I was trying to make it work for them. I was trying to figure out a way that the retailers would get to carry the game and not and get a free demo copy. So I made this deal. I said to anyone backing, I said, if you back this and you put the store, your local store, as the address, we will ship it to the store and we will add a demo copy for them so that if they want to play it with their customers and open it up and try it out, and if they like it, we'll take orders. And I thought, this is great because it's sending a store a free demo copy. And the stores wrote back to me and said, how dare you? And I was like, what did I do wrong? And they're like, you just gave us a bunch of work. Now we have this backer calling us and that backer calling us. I got to organize this and I got to do a spreadsheet. Thanks a lot. And I was like, oh, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to cause any problem. I just literally wanted win-win. Customer gets game, store gets free game. Everyone can get game. I thought it's a good idea at the time. We try things around here at Cardboard Alchemy. We try things and sometimes they don't work. Every once in a while in a production sense, we also try things with Game Trayz. And a good example of that is Dwellings of Eldervale. We tried to use art as a lid. And anyone who's backed that game can tell you whether or not they like that. And some people will be like, yeah, it's fine. And some people will be like, I wish that the lid was not slightly fraying a little bit of my beautiful art. Speaking of Game Trayz, that brings me to my next topic. I also got a sample, this is fun, of a game tray for Andromedas Edge. This is a player tray. This is a work in progress player tray. You'll see this on the page, but what we are doing is essentially the player tray will come like this. It'll be ready to pop open and play, and it will contain, of course it's not going to be great for the camera here, but it's going to contain all of your pieces ready to go in your player color. And then you essentially build this right in front of you build your space station right in front of you, and the lid holds all your resources, all your moons, everything you need for the game, with the limits of what you can hold in each one noted. It's going to be just like in Dwellings of Eldervale. We want you to start playing this game as soon as possible. So what you're going to do is you're going to grab your space station, you're going to grab a faction, and you're going to be ready to go. In addition to that, I want to show you another tray that we have. Now, this is not going to fit the cards quite yet, but this tray is the module tray. So the module tray is going to hold all of the modules in the game, and this will be a concept that will be understood more on the page. But basically, this is a market. So when you buy a card, say you buy this card like this, you're going to slide it off the edge, and then there's going to be, this will slide down like this. Like I said, these don't fit right at the moment. But what's going to happen is it's going to be very easy to slide cards down this thing. Noah at Game Trayz is all about not only storage solutions, but ease of gameplay. So not only is this going to be easier, but then at the end of the day, this actually completely goes open and stores every card in the game, and stores every card of the game sleeved right here in these components. So basically, you get to put away your module tray, and it's ready to go for the next game. It's basically all stored right here, and then you're going to pop this open, and then you've got, this is ready to go. This is the lid, and the lid is functional. Again, in order to make it so that you could just start playing this game. Someone asked a very important question for one of our members at Cardboard Alchemy, Chris Strain. His favorite color is orange. Now, recently we've decided that orange might not be in Andromedas Edge as a player color. It might be the color of the Raiders, or it might be a color that represents something else in the game. Sadly, for everyone out there are tough choices to make sometimes, and player color is one of those things where we're juggling colors till the very last second. I'm not going to say that orange is out, But right now, orange was being confused with another color, and we were playing around with. Our current thought is that we are going to have yellow spaceships as one of the player colors. Everything could change, but yellow currently is in the lead. Yellow is a classic player color. If we have a yellow, I don't know that we need an orange, but you never know. The yellow could go orange, or it could stay yellow, and that's something that we're going to just have to see as we keep testing. And here's one of the reasons why player color locks in the way it does. I know there's already there's a burning opinion of yellow, and I know that it's not. There'll be somebody who will be excited to have yellow, and another person will be like, "Oh, yellow!" Here's what starts to happen when you have a piece of art. And then Sergio is making this art. One of the things that we realized, because we had purple in there, and that's another color that's possibly on the chopping block, and I love purple. But if anyone has any doubt, I'm chopping my own favorite color, possibly, in order to get better gameplay. And why? Because gameplay is what wins, right? What you do is you look at all the angles. You look at color blindness, you look at readability on the tiles, you look at everything. And that's what we're doing. That's at the stage we're at right now, which is that we're going to present the game with 4 colors chosen, 5 colors chosen, because this is a 5-player game. But everything's subject to change. So I can't answer if we're going to have orange or not. But it's not winning at the moment. Shh, don't tell Chris. Sorry, Manny, in the audience. But I love orange too, by the way. So aqua or teal, there is a green, we're playing, there's like currently the blue is a very pretty blue, and the green is up in the air. I don't have a green piece in front of me. I don't know why that is right now. Anyway, I have nothing green in front of me, but there is a green, which there was not a green up until 2-3 months ago. Literally, this stuff happens as you go, right? You're making a game and you think, oh, I've got it all under control. That's why the green's not with me, because the green's already in this tray. No wonder. I put it all in there. I was like, that's where all the green went. See, I stored it all. So, for example, this green science vessel. This green is kind of lime. It's fun green. I think that's nice. What we're dealing with on Andromedas Edge is there are buildings, there are developments at Andromedas Edge. For example, there's this city right here, right? So you see the city? Now, the cities are currently, I don't know if I've shown anyone this, but like the way you build this city is you take leaders and then you put your leader in the city, and then you build the city by creating the towers of the city. Now, because of that, we need very bright player colors to show up in these buildings. And that is one of our key things right now, is that when you also have your transport underneath that city, we need that to pop. That has to be a very easy read. So part of the reason why we make color choices all the way to the end is because we have cards, tiles, and physical pieces that need to coordinate with those colors. And then on top of that, we want it accessible to everyone. So if, for example, we took colors to PAX Unplugged and found out that 2 of them were too hard to see on the table. So color is an interesting challenge. Well, I'm glad that the green is approved. The green is approved, everybody. We are still working on our opinion of yellow. And we might actually go from a yellow to an orange depending on how this all goes. Yeah, you just never know. Mike Vanderveen shows up and says, here! And Mike, we're on player color right now, so I don't actually remember what your favorite player color is, but I can tell you the deep secrets of Cardboard Alchemy is that actually Brad Brooks plays blue, so I never play blue ever. It's fine with me. I don't actually care about. So I like blue. Mike chimes in, by the way, with purple. So he's another casualty of the purple situation. That being said, we could have a purple in the game. It's right now kind of a magenta pink, so I'm excited by it. It's fun. It's a neat color. This is a color that pops in the buildings. I'm telling you. We actually had a purple, and you couldn't see it. So imagine playing a game and you're like, I can't tell my pieces are out there. So the pink might come to be a lavender. I don't know. We're working on it. It's a thing. You know, colors are tough. Colors are really tough. Imagine, I have a fun story about Mike Vanderveen, which is I took the early copy of Flamecraft to Dice Tower West, and we saw Mike Vanderveen there, and he was playing with the Mission Catastrophe pieces and the Flamecraft pieces, and he noticed that in all those minis, and I think we made, we made 8 minis in Mission Catastrophe, all were in unique color, and then we made 7 pieces in Flamecraft, all were a unique color, and Mike noticed that none of the 15 total minis were the exact same shade, which was a fun discovery. But each one of those games had a challenge because when you're making Flamecraft, I'll give you a perfect example of a color conversation, which is that we made iron gray. Why wouldn't you make iron gray? Iron is gray. And you're playing the game, and that wasn't exciting. It was okay, but you know what I mean. And no offense to anyone who likes gray. It's great. It's a great color, but you know it's kind of funny that gray has this wrap of, usually it's the color you get in most games when you have all this unpainted stuff. It's just all gray, right? It's actually like this resin print I have out of Observatory. It's just like that, right? There's nothing wrong with gray. It's just gray. That's all it is. And in the right circumstance, gray is a fantastic complementary color in a well-done art-directed thing. It has its place. But gray as a player piece is... We just watched game after game, nobody grabbed the gray dragon. The poor Iron Dragon was all there left alone. And Manny thought, you know what? I bet I can make it a dark blue. Now there's actually someone in our Discord, very loyal member of our Discord, that's like, what are you doing? It was perfect when it was gray. It happens. We have to make a fun game. We have to look at all of the things. We also had a challenge with... it goes great with orange. We also had a challenge in that, like, do the cards all shift from gray to dark blue? What works with the other color that was in Flamecraft that was blue, which was a light blue? We actually had that same problem in Dwellings. Dwellings of Eldervale had the faction of air. Now, what do you want to make air? Well, air could be white. Air could be gray. Air could be light blue. But if it's light blue and water is dark blue, is everybody going to get confused by that? So for a while we were like, okay, we have to make air gray. But again, I'm not going to lie, gray pieces are just not exciting. So, and then what color is order anyway? You know, like order is, we were going to make order orange. I tell you, orange almost made it into Dwellings of Eldervale because we were going to make order orange. It's a nice alliteration. It could have worked. But then we were kind of like, oh no. The dwarves, the orange dwarves. The dwarves felt like they should be in the mountains, and the mountains were snowy, and we kind of felt like we should do white. And we weren't using white for air, so we decided, let's just use white. Off-white. Egg white for order. Mike Vanderveen chimes in and says, I am going to Dice Tower West again, running Dwellings of Eldervale demos. Everybody's got to get themselves to Dice Tower West to play Dwellings of Eldervale. And now he says we need to have a mini rendezvous with Dwellings minis and Mission Catastrophe minis and Flamecraft minis. We can even put the Andromedas Edge ships in there. And Sean chimes in with the joys of making games. And I have to say, if anything on this stream comes off as a complaint, let me tell you, I am so happy if color is my only battle. And I'm having fun. So that's why I'm starting this chat. Because I want to share the stories sometimes. Because at the end of the day, you might say, like, why does Cardboard Alchemy hate the color orange? What's wrong with that? We don't, by the way. We do have an orange character in Mission Catastrophe. And that was our only orange so far. And that is Blorp Johnson. He's an alien in Mission Catastrophe, and he is very orange. And we do not hate orange. And Blorp and his family, spoiler, they might come into Andromeda's Edge. I mean, they might. There might be a faction that comes along that's blob. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We have to fund first, and we have to figure this game out, and then there's factions. Who knows what factions could be coming? Well, I don't have too much more, and I said I don't want to make these. I don't want to make these too long. I just want to come on with a quick chat. But again, I want to say that if you are joining us for either the live chat or the Discord chat, or catching this on YouTube later, please ask a question. Please let me know what you want to hear about with games. If you want to hear more about Andromedas Edge, obviously we're going to be talking about that very soon. We launch on January 31st on GameFound. And just as a reminder, share with your friends, because there is a dragon faction that you only get if you're following. Now, I say only get. If you go all in, you can also get the dragons, and you can also buy the dragons. But if you want the dragons, for sure. I mean, if you want to follow us on GameFound, you're going to get the dragons. And we're going to have more fun things. We also have puzzles going right now, which are going to be live during the campaign. If you do any of the puzzles, and I mean, like, even if you find them hard and you just do one, you get a free mystery raider, which, by the way, we're almost about to reveal what that raider is. If you go on our website, there's one puzzle piece kind of blocking its face. You don't actually know what the creature is right now. I don't know how people have looked at the image. But there is an image on the Cardboard Alchemy site that shows the mystery raider about to be revealed with the key piece missing. Brady chimes in and says the puzzles are very fun. His wife and he enjoyed them. Actually still working on them. That's great. That's the whole point, is to have a community around the wait to get to a crowdfunding campaign, and we enjoy that whole community of sharing that with you. And puzzles they can be hard, but there's a whole community willing to offer hints and help work it out, and it's kind of a fun brain teaser while we're waiting for the Andromedas Edge galaxy to come in our coordinate system and be ready to go. So there's puzzles to get a free raider. There's a faction if you follow. There's 18,000 people following. I'm very excited about that. And it could also include, if anyone here is watching and wants to get that dragon gift, come on board and check out what Andromedas Edge is going to look like and see if it's the game for you. It's a very exciting game. I can't wait to share it with you. We also have a gift of Flamecraft dragons, which I've been talking about. Those are going to be possible if you follow in our newsletter. If you're subscribed to our newsletter, and during the campaign, we're going to add the Flamecraft dragons as a playable faction in Andromedas Edge, and give you a Flamecraft shop. That if you have Flamecraft, you're going to get another promo for Flamecraft, which is exciting. Flamecraft dragons in what would look like sort of a famous starship on TV, but we're calling it the plushie prize. That you can play those dragons if you're on our newsletter. It's also included in the all-in, because of course if you're going all-in, you get everything. And I'm tempted to say, if you go all in, what you're really doing is you're getting this plus so much more. Like there's this, and then there's so much more stuff. Can't wait to talk more about that stuff. But that's it. I just wanted to say hello, everybody. It is somewhat... Manny's got the correct ship in the comments. Do I have that card around? I don't know if I have that card around. Yes, I do have that card around. I will do it. It's going to be backwards, so I won't do the... Oh, no, it's fine. It's fine. Actually, perfect. This is the promo card of Flamecraft Dragons in Space. They are... they have really cool abilities. If you missed what their abilities are, you could check out last week's video, or you can see it on the page. It is going to be fun to talk about that playable faction. There are people who have tested it in our Discord and can tell you what it's like. And Mike Van Veen's cheering over the big box. The big box is something else. It's going to include so many cool things. Andromedas Edge, everybody. Coming soon to a GameFound galaxy near you. And anyone who wants to join me in about 20 minutes, I'm going to go to the Discord, Cardboard Alchemy Discord. I'll put a link below as a place where we solve puzzles and have fun. We play games on Thursdays. We host games of Dwellings of Eldervale online if you ever want to play that there. Or if you want to catch us for a game of Flamecraft, Mission Catastrophe, Rise of Tribes, Letter Tycoon, anything Brad and I have helped develop, or just meet other designers, content creators, chat with the community about any topic. We have channels in there for everyone. We are also on BGG. We're happy to answer any questions about Andromedas Edge on BGG. We are on YouTube. We're going to post this on YouTube. We're on Instagram. We're on Twitter. We're not on TikTok. I'm going to work on that. Thank you, Manny, for watching. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, everyone tuning in, Sean. And I appreciate everyone coming in for a chat. Alex, great topic about Mexico, by the way. And I will see you all in another one. Game on, everybody. Cheers.